On this week's episode, we talk about F1 the movie.
And other pop culture news from the week.
This week, we saw the new Apple TV Plus Warner Brothers movie, F1. A movie about help, right? When you press F1 on your keyboard, you ask for help. No, actually, a movie is a live action. Thank you. Live action adaptation of Cars.
It did actually occur to me a couple times.
Right.
Like, oh, this is Cars for grown-ups.
Yeah. Oh, and it is for grown-ups.
Yeah.
It is good. So F1, Formula One, the elite of racing, international racing, the proprietary supercars that go up to 300 miles an hour? No,
300 kilometers.
200 kilometers, 260 miles an hour, and so fast that they have to create like aerodynamics to make sure the car stays on the ground. But anyways, too much about that. We starring Brad Pitt and Adim Idris. I think is his name. I can't remember.
Something Idris.
Carrie. What's her name? Carrie Button.
Let's find out.
Brenton.
Damson Idris and Carrie Condon.
Yeah, I sometimes remember because there's a Billy Condon, or Condom.
Nope, Condon.
Anyways,
Yeah, that's a really important end.
Yeah, I think he did the last Twilight. He did some musicals.
Oh,
But anyways,
yeah.
But she's not related. She's from Ireland. We saw her in Banshees of Inisherin and Better Call Saul. Maybe even Breaking Bad. But anyways, who else?
Javier Bardem.
And after I saw him dancing with a crocodile, every time he shows up, I expect to see a crocodile coming behind. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It's very different, his roles now that he
does have a lot of range.
Yeah. Because he was like super bad guy on
No Country
for Old Men. And also he was... Anyways, but he's on it. He's doing great. The movie tells the story of a race driver. Pilot? Yeah. In Portuguese, we call them pilots too, because it's basically a super jet.
Sure.
Small, slower super jet. Anyways, race car driver. He starts racing NASCAR, and then he's gonna go race other things. The long story short is he used to be a Formula One racer, and something happened. You're gonna have to see the movie. And then he moved on. But his old friend, his old pal from old days of Formula One, teammate, comes back. It's like, we need you, and bring him in. And he brings like old school tricks and sassy and borderline illegal inside the laws of the game to help the team. And of course there's a clash of teammates, there's regulations of the game, the accidents, all the tropes of Formula One are there. Camera work spectacular, full of action, intense. And I don't know for everybody else, I grown up watching Formula One. Brazil had legends in the game. They even mention on the movie. So it hit me in a different way. I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh yeah, this is exactly how it is.
Oh yeah. I think you had more side comments to me in this movie than any we've seen for a long time.
Yeah.
He kept leaning up oh yeah, this is a real guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is where Senna died. Oh yeah, this is...
Yeah.
Okay, because I did not grow up watching Formula One. I was just there for cars and story.
When I first moved to the U.S., when I first meet American people, and it's like race here, for whatever reason, it's seen as of all the sports that America has, race is looked down, eyebrow is sort of what they...
Yeah, NASCAR is pretty redneck.
Yeah.
It's very much associated with rednecks. And I don't know many people who are that into, like, Formula One or some of those more, like, elite, wealthy type car races. But if you say car racing here, I first think of NASCAR, which is definitely associated with, rednecks.
Yeah, so people look down at it, even though there's like those are sports that like some of the other leagues that make like millions of dollars, big industry, employs so many people, and has skilled, talented people that drive the cars. So, but he was like always looked down. Down in Brazil was big, not only because it's a big thing everywhere in the planet. Everywhere wants like the Grand Prix, when the Formula One circuit comes to a country and to a city, the city stops. It's this thing amazing. Not only because of that, but because Brazil had again big names on the game. So altogether, I think Brad Pitt was like $30 million to be in this movie to make this role. Joseph, I think it's Joseph Kosinski, the director, actually mentioned that there was a possibility of having Tom Cruise in a movie, but heck would never bring him in to putting him in a supercar, and he would kill himself in a movie. So no, let's stick to jumping from helicopters,
yes,
or flying fighter jets.
Yeah, I think Brad Pitt was perfect for this role. He very much. Because he kind of comes into this, like, European team as this American, and Brad Pitt just has this great, like, just very, I don't know, stereotypical, like, easily identifiable American look. He's all, like, tan and, like, somewhere between a cowboy and a hippie, and anyway. So yeah, the film, like you said, like, it's really well photographed, so the car racing scenes are, like, super exciting and so fun to watch. But we also have a great cast of characters and some cool development happening, between this guy who had to leave the sport and is now trying to come back, and this rookie who's just really full of himself, and we've got the engineers, and anyway, it's just, I super enjoyed it. It's got all the sports movie tropes, all the like car racing type tropes, but also just some really solid like characters and character development happening along with it that made it very fun to watch. I definitely recommend this film.
Yeah.
I think it's worth seeing. It's worth seeing in the theater. I had a blast.
Yeah, intense, fun. How long is it? It was.
I don't remember. There were no moments where I was like, "Geez."
But it was what?
We've been here a while. Yeah, 2.5 hours. Yeah, it did not feel like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no, it's really 2.5 hours well used. So it was fun. Yeah, and of course the movie is getting some success. Had a preview on Thursday nights. $10 million is expecting to. It's projected to make a premiere weekend for $50 million. Yeah, again, Brad Pitt made $30 million. He might have to use a little bit of that because his house was like burglarized.
Oh.
Over this, he's out of town doing press tour for the movie, and yeah, someone decided to break into his house.
Jeez.
Maybe some friends and neighbors.
Or
maybe another Apple show that you should check, or maybe it's just some low life bad guys. With the movie a success, Tom Cruise showed up at the premiere, and there's already rumors that they would make a sequel for Days of Thunder, where Tom Cruise is a NASCAR racer. Maybe crossing over these two movies, these two worlds, and yeah. Anyways,
kind of cool.
They would. Yeah, F1 the movie, available on theaters everywhere. Soon to be on Apple TV Movie Plus, since it's a Apple TV movie.
Okay. Next up, the Minecraft movie is streaming now, and so we watched it with our kids.
Yeah, it's on Max. It's actually a little bit better than I thought.
But the bar for that was very, very low.
Yeah.
I was not impressed.
Yeah, I mean, the cast could be anyone. Even though Momoa plays a very different character than any other of his movies. He's kind of a loser. He's very, very caricature.
Caricature.
Caricatured. So I thought it was different. It's always different to see the actors can do a little bit more than what they always do. Jack Black was there and he was singing. Nothing new there.
Jack Black was exactly Jack Black. Like if you follow him on social media at all or like see any of those videos, it's just that.
Yeah.
But in a blue shirt so that he's Steve.
Yeah, I mean, which was a terrible casting. People that play the game, it's like, what the heck?
It was an odd choice.
You see Steve and you see Jack Black. It's like, huh? These people are high? They're on drugs? How they?
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess after the success of Mario, video game movie made tons of money with Jack Black singing. It's like, hey, what if we get him to do?
And he does have a catchy song in this one.
Yeah.
That is even now playing in my head.
Is that from the movie or was that from the game? I don't know. I don't know.
The song?
Yeah.
The song is from the movie.
It's from the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's like it feels like people that like the movie crossing over with people that like the game, and they're all like obsessed with some of the things in the movie from the game. And I thought the music would be the case.
Yeah, I do think I would have liked this movie better if I played the game, but
I don't think so because there's not a lot there. It's 8-bit like sandbox building game.
Yeah, but they've added like there's stories. There is like story stuff to it. There's the lore. There's all this other stuff. So I think and from what I've heard from people who play the game and have seen the movie, there's a lot going on there. Lots of Easter eggs and references and things like that made it really fun for the diehard Minecraft fans.
Yeah.
Which I am not. Okay, this movie is directed by Jared Hess. I like Jared Hess a lot.
Who voices Shungas?
Yes.
I missed.
But he's.
I missed. There was like the other guy from
Flight of the
Conchords. And Matt Berry. They were both on it.
Matt Berry?
Yeah.
How did we miss Matt Berry?
I know.
Oh. Anyway.
It was a very short role. Anyways.
If you know Jared Hess and if you know he directed it, you can see his mark all over this. But I don't know. It wasn't good. I feel like this movie would have been 1,000 times better if they had done it completely animated. As it was a bunch of actors. You could like tell that it was just actors running around a green screen doing stuff.
Yeah.
I think you got to lean
and again,
one way or the other, but like
not even good actors.
Yeah, it's true. Like fun, enjoyable actors, but not people who can pull off like acting with just a green. Anyway, I think this movie would have been 1,000 times better if it was all animated, which is what Mario did. They just like leaned into it and gave us a completely animated film, and so it totally worked. And all the cheesiness and the campiness, it worked, and it was fun and funny, and yeah.
It's what happens is
you could have had Jack Black voice Steve, and then he could have looked like Steve and still had all of our fun Jack Black energy. You could have the same cast, everything, just animated all.
But yeah, it's the same. It's the same. I mean, I guess they wanted to try what they did with Sonic, and to Sonic it worked, right? But because the character Sonic had this, has this strong voice acting story.
Does. But also the balance is different. With Sonic, you have like 3 or 4 animated characters in the real world.
Later.
Yeah. So in the first one, you have like the one
Sonic
animated character, and then a few digital effects.
Yeah.
But then the rest of it is a real world. This was digital world, like animated whatever VFX world, with a few human actors trying to like mime stuff and act at laser pointers. It just
it felt like
didn't work.
At some points felt like they did like sort of another Jumanji with Jack Black, which again he was much more funny on Jumanji, and Jumanji was it wasn't terrible, it wasn't. Anyways, it's either way the movie is a huge success. It made a lot of money. Yeah. It's available on Max because again the character of the games there's nothing memorable about it because there's like not a single one character that defines the game. Most of the characters are actually secondary, right? They're like the villagers and the pigs. It's like they gave them silly names and stuff, but anyways.
Yeah, again, I feel like this is all stuff that like we would love if we loved the game.
But even the
But
game,
as someone, if you can't engage with the game, and if you haven't engaged, like, it's
yeah,
it's
but
not gonna work.
it's a problem. I guess people that got to the game, it wasn't because of the story. So it's even in the game, this whole thing was super shallow. It was like, oh, villager, oh, this. It's like, oh, Steve, what's his backstory? What's his future? What's the odds? It's like the game is not about that. So, but anyways, Huge Success is available on Max. They even have a different version. I think. Oh, is it called? Party Jumbo. It's a sing-along type of version. Which, I mean, they don't even have that many songs. I don't know why. Anyways, Jumanji
Nope.
3 Minecraft
Okay.
is available on Max, HBO Max, whatever they call themselves this week.
Okay, we finished what are we on? Season 4 now?
Season 4 of the Bear.
Bear.
It's back. It came out, I think, 2 days ago. Cooking with Gas. It brought some really cool stuff that made the show great, and some stuff that is like, and it ended in a very interesting way.
Yeah, I think it continues to deliver. I feel like the first season, it felt very restaurant focused, and as it's evolved, we've come to be more and more about the characters themselves. And this continued. This one seemed to be more. This season seemed to be more about the family dynamic, and like the people in the family versus outside the family, and how the family kind of just brings people inside the family, whether they seem to want it or not. And once you're part of that family, you're not leaving. I don't know. I feel like if you have enjoyed The Bear in the past, you're still gonna love it.
Yeah. It's
a good show.
There's some long episodes this season. There's a lot to unpack. There's some sort of rehashed storylines from previous season, but I guess they conclude. Even though, there might not. There might be more to it next season, if there is one, because the show is not renewed. But it's an Emmy darling, so most likely the show will be renewed. Who knows if or when? There's a lot to consider concerning that, including the fact that the people became superstars. Brad Bacharach, whatever his name is, became the thing for the Fantastic Four. It might be stick around for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Jeremy Allen White is coming soon. He's been doing several movies, some good movies, and he's coming soon as Bruce Springsteen on the, can't remember the name. Hiduru Adibi. She's
Ayo Dibri.
Yes, that's what I said.
Totally.
She also done some movies, and there's rumors that she will be in the next Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
And so scheduling, production, the network. So it's not guaranteed that they will come back, but we'll see.
I hope it does. If it doesn't, life goes on, but I wouldn't mind one more season. I think that could be nice. Okay, quick look at the box office. Disney released Elio. This is the latest film from Pixar. The trailers look charming, but
Why is it Elio and not Elio?
I don't know.
So
because
why
that's
you
what they
said?
Said.
Who said?
Isn't that
In
how
the
they
movie?
say it in the trailer?
I can't remember.
Neither do I, but I feel like, I don't know, I look at that and it reads to me like Elio.
Well, if it had a H, it was Helio.
I guess so.
Right? Like the gas.
Helio.
Anyways.
But like a helicopter. I don't know. It just is. If they say it differently, let me know. Cause
nobody knows. Because nobody's seen it.
Yeah, they're 30. So their global debut haul was only $35 million, which is Pixar's lowest. But I feel like this isn't a surprise. Like we just had Snow White and Lilo and Stitch, and like so you're trying to throw another movie at basically the same audience.
DreamWorks, the dragon, How to Train a Dragon, right?
Oh sure, but I mean like even just from Disney, they're asking the same audience to come back for another movie, and like another movie that like wasn't super well marketed.
Yeah, and meanwhile,
So
how
yeah,
Trina
they kind of
Dragon.
did him dirty.
Meanwhile, how Trina Dragon is doing very well at the box office. Little Stitch is like ending its run, but again doing close to $1 billion, and had a sequel announced for it, which will be
Yeah.
very interesting since Lilo now is in the warden of the state. She doesn't have Ohana or family, so we'll see how they're gonna do that.
I don't know. I'm super bummed about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because Elio looks, I mean, the trailer looks like it could be a really nice movie. And if they'd given it some time or marketed it the right way
But
or
again,
released it at a better time, it
it's like
probably could have done better.
Yeah, but it's like you said, it's like it's a crowded environment.
That's what I'm saying. If they release this in like, I don't know, September or October,
Oh, they could move to,
it'd be totally
to
different.
streaming.
Or send it to streaming, yes.
Yeah, well.
But no.
And the problem with releasing in theaters is they lose a lot of money because all the logistics of, taking the screen times and sending the files, or the 35 if it's an old movie theater. It costs that gonna make, even if the movie, it will be hard to get even, or even to not lose money.
Yeah. So, sorry Pixar, Disney did you dirty. Okay, Texas is boosting their own film incentive program to $150 million a year.
Yeah, it's like basically doubling what California is doing. California is like 75 million. And yeah, the state wants to attract filmmakers going to either New York or Georgia, attracting them with, easy money, profits.
Or at least not being as expensive as California.
Yeah.
What happened to the French Music Festival?
Oh, 157 people got stabbed, right?
Yeah, with syringes. 145 is the number I have here.
Yes, yeah.
Either way, way too many people.
What was the story?
I said all these people at this music festival reported
Kids,
getting
right?
stabbed.
Little girls?
Yeah, that was like 12 and 13-year-old girls reported getting stabbed with syringes. So it's just like needles or something. What the heck?
Yeah. Geez.
Yeah. So
terrorist attack, a low key terrorist attack,
or just some very damaged person
that could have disease. I remember when I was a kid,
right?
Parents and the responsible adults in our lives would say, "Just careful." It's like, don't talk to strangers. Careful with strangers. There's a lady going around and stabbing people with a needle with AIDS.
Jeez.
Yeah, she had AIDS. She stabbed herself, and because she hated herself and hated life, she wanted everybody to be as miserable as she was, and she would stab people with that.
Oh my gosh.
So with needles, you never know.
Yeah, so hopefully, oh man. Anyway, so that's just dark and twisted. But we'll get through the dark and twisted stuff and get back to the fun stuff here in a minute. Cobra Kai stars have been going to.
That's the dark stuff still.
Huh? Yeah, I know. I said we'll get over it in a minute.
Okay.
Not now. In the future. Yeah, so they've been going around to all the conventions. They've been super fun at the conventions we've been to. But Martin Kove ended up having to go. You tell it.
Well, he sort of flirted, licked it, beat it, right?
Yeah, apparently he bit Alicia Hannah Kim.
Yeah, which is the Asian. I can't remember the character's name, but it's the Asian master on the
with
season.
like the long ponytail.
Yeah. And I don't know how they work together, but on a con after the fact, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
It could be that they had a thing, like at one night, and he thought it was more. And I mean, that's my speculation. I don't know if that happened.
Sure, I feel like that's like the best case scenario.
Yeah,
that's like as generous as we can be to him.
But either way, or he has like a very twisted, dark sense of humor because he plays villains, and maybe maybe he doesn't play, maybe he is. Yeah, there's a video of them discussing outside of the con, and she looks pissed, and he's trying to apologize. He came out and apologized, but either way, it's a whole mess.
Yeah. So anyway, he kissed her, he bit her. And the police got involved. She filed a police report. I don't know if it's gonna like go all the way to charges or anything, but I just feel like you reach a certain age and people shouldn't have to tell you not to bite people. Like, if these were like 2 or 3 year olds.
You had to reach a certain age?
Yeah, I'm saying like 2 or 3 year olds. Like, that is developmentally normal.
I thought it was like more like 72.
No, I'm saying like if these were 2 or 3 year olds, I'd be like, okay, we're still learning how to be with other people and how to handle our feelings. And
what's the age for sniffing women's hairs?
That I would put it about the same.
Do you get like a extension if you're the president of the United States?
You don't.
Or former president of the United
Either way. See, I know that Me Too has gotten a bad rap, but like it happened because there are things that we shouldn't have to tell grown men, but for some reason we have to tell grown men this is not okay. You don't sniff people, you don't bite people. Keep your hands to yourselves. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyways.
So yeah, that happened. Martin Kove and yeah. Moving on.
Okay. So we already talked about how Disney's doing a Lilo and Stitch 2. Yeah. But right now there's a bunch of Marvel stuff in the works. Apparently Robert Downey Jr. got paid $1 million for a 1-minute promo.
So I don't know if they didn't want him or they didn't wanted to pay him to be on the show. In the books, Tony Stark plays AI, mentor figure to Riri. I think that's her name. And in this version of the show, they's like, nope, she's not gonna get her technology from the white man, from Tony Stark. She's gonna get her technology from trash and magic.
See, the trash thing, I'd be like, okay, scrappy underdog, love a good scrappy underdog.
They already did that to Spider-Man.
Yeah, I hear ya. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying I can see where they're going there. But then bring in magic. They did that to Mulan, and it totally gutted the whole thing. That Mulan was special because in the live action Mulan, she was special because like she had like special magical abilities instead of just being someone who was like brave and who worked hard and was like a creative thinker. Yeah. And anyway, so we've been down this path before and it wasn't good. Yeah, so like maybe don't go the path again.
The show is failing. Like Disney is being failing because they've been insisting on things that nobody liked them. To the point that I think the best thing I heard about the movie, the show, was that it took forever because it took forever to be made, and it comes out. It took so long that it came out already stale. So and that was like the best thing I heard of it. The people don't liking it. But they're gonna keep making this until they not hurt enough. They need to get hurt much. But anyways, so but Downey Jr. is making money. They bring him back for Avengers, and just one ad, he got that big buttload of money.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, Spider-Man Brand New Day is in the works, and they've cast John Bernthal's Punisher.
Yeah, talking about weird decisions of bringing people back. It's like Spider-Man and the Punisher? Yeah. This could be a
New York?
Yeah, but it could be a very different movie because in the books they met before. They even worked together before. But it changed. It's like, it's the Punisher. He's not going to kick butts and make jokes like Spider-Man. He's going to see a bad guy and going to shot him in the head.
Yeah, they do have very different approaches.
So, I don't know if it's a cameo, if it's a multiverse thing. I don't know. They are good friends. Apparently, John Bernthal, when Tom Holland was reading, making an audition tape for Spider-Man, I think John Bernthal was the one that, read lines with him. Aww. So they go back. But we'll see how they're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's
make the Punisher into comedy.
Gosh, I hope not. Yeah. I really like John. I like Bernthal's Punisher. I think it was a really natural fit. It was great casting. So I feel like this could go either way. I guess it depends on what the writers do with it. But I'm not super mad about it.
There's also rumors that the Hulk will be involved. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. James McAvoy is coming back for Wanted 2.
Yeah, there's rumors that the movie might happen. We'll see. The first one was fun.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mobland did get renewed for season 2.
Yeah, after $26 million audiences. The show is really good.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie in television.
Yeah.
He's killing it. It works really well for him. His whole style of like multiple threads weaving together, just giving him more time to develop the thread. It's
Tom Hardy,
working well.
Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, and the kid that screams penis. So as his father, he was Joe Biden, House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
So it's a really good cast with a really interesting story.
It is an interesting story, and it's proving, I think, a very good vehicle for them. This is one of my favorite Pierce Brosnan roles. I think he's really shining.
Oh, you didn't see him at James Bond?
I don't love old James Bond. Daniel Craig is the first James Bond that I've been like, this is a guy I can root for.
Talking about James Bond, a director was announced for the new upcoming James Bond, and the name is Denis Villeneuve, who directed Dune movies, Blade Runner 2049? 48. And I don't know, at first I was like, yeah, okay. Well, there's more to it. Well, first of all, I hated what he did on Dune 2, or Dune Part 2. And second of all, is it was announced that he doesn't have final cut. So
interesting.
If that's true, it makes sense that they didn't get Christopher Nolan, because Nolan's like, heck no.
Oh yeah.
Of course I'm not gonna give my final cut to you. So second, if Villeneuve agreed to work in that kind of situation, it's like, oh crap, Amazon, the guys that made Rings of Power.
Oh. We will never forget. So
yeah. And again, it could be. It can get worse, right? They might announce tomorrow that the James Bond is a girl, or worse. Anyways,
yes. What could be worse than a woman on screen?
A man pretending they're a woman, a woman pretending they're a man. These days. But again, I mean, it had so much potential. Like Christopher Nolan, he gets a decent actor, and oh man, but. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. It's the movie is not done. There's no script. We'll see what comes next. But that's the news on 007.
Okay, and we don't have a 007 either, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's no cast yet.
Just checking. Okay, cool. Johnny Knoxville is gonna host Fear Factor, the next chapter for Fox.
Yeah, the original show, originally hosted by Hogan. What's his name?
Yes. Nope. Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan. Now Johnny Knoxville. That's not unfamiliar to, dealing with...
Make people do completely insane things for entertainment purposes?
Well, he did it to himself as well. Now he's just going to watch in life. I guess he's getting old, right?
Yeah.
So he shouldn't...
You only have so many teeth to lose and bones to break.
Uh-huh. So we'll see about that when it comes out.
Okay. I guess the Academy has invited 534 people to join them.
Including Kieran Culkin.
Mm-hmm. Mikey Madison, Fernando Torres.
Yeah, that were nominated.
Ariana Grande.
And won. And some of them won. Mm-hmm. And there's a tradition of the Academy to inviting all the nominated actors, directors, and even other categories to be be members of the Academy. But this year they did something very different.
They did not. Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, they did not invite Maria Gascon.
Carla Sofia
Gascon, the transgender man that was nominated, and it was like the sweetheart. It was the beloved of everybody in Hollywood until they found some tweets. And then it's like, no, we hate you now. You're not a good actress or actor. It was like, oh, okay. So maybe that person that you guys hated for a reason is such a good actor that fooled you in the movie. You're just not admitting that you're a fool, or it's just biased. Anyways, this breaks tradition, and this person is not invited to the party.
Yeah. So anyway, good for them. I mean, for the people who got invited, though I do think it would be fun to get a ballot and vote and all that stuff. Okay, this is probably the one.
Did you talk about the ballot? Like how many pages are? It's like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, wasn't that for the Golden Globes or the Emmys, or was
It's very similar. I mean,
sure.
I think it was. I can't remember which one. The Golden Globes. The Golden Globes is probably more, but it was like I don't know, hundreds of pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take it very seriously.
Anyways,
this is probably the news I'm most excited about this week. Russell Crowe is joining Amazon's Highlander movie.
Ramirez! Will he play a Scottish, Spanish?
Yes. Can we continue the tradition of like casting that has nothing to do with the nationalities? Oh my gosh. Because the first one, that original one, we have a French guy playing a Scotsman, and then a Scotsman playing a Spanish guy. And it's completely unhinged, but still so fun.
It was so good. Well, he's cast for the movie with Henry Cavill as the main character.
Yeah.
It's directed by Chad Stahelski from the John Wick franchise. So they have like a lot of good talent there.
This is very promising. Yes.
And Highlander is such a cool story.
It is. And also Henry Cavill with a sword. I mean, we could
You'll live forever.
Leave it there.
Yeah. It was the Queen song, right?
Yeah, Who Wants to Live Forever.
It's like every film that movie is like, yeah. So finally they touched something that should be touched. That's what she said. But let's see how it goes. I know remakes are dumb, but this one is low. It's like it worked very well in the first one. Second one was kind of a mess. The third one, they kind of adjusted. It worked as good as the first one, and then it became a TV show, and then Anyways, and this one has potential to be explored for the future.
Yeah, especially by these people. I think that first one, it is very dated. Like, it's good, but it's very, very dated. And so I think come back to the same story with especially these guys, Henry Cavill and Chad Stahelski alone, I was sold on it. But then bringing in Russell Crowe, I think it's going to be phenomenal.
I don't know. He might be the bad guy. I hope not.
I would accept that as well.
Yeah.
He's been doing some very bad guys.
Well, he was Henry's daddy on The Man of Steel. Could be his mentor on.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm down for it. I'm excited. Okay, then Stephen King's The Stand is getting a new adaptation for Paramount.
Yeah, by
Doug Liman.
Doug Liman, right? The made many things, including the Bourne franchise. He started it, the Jumper, and among other things. The Stand is like the third adaptation. They have two TV versions, and is that show I mentioned like several times before. Is that story that's like there's this virus and like wipe out mankind.
Oh yeah, and then people start having dreams, and there's a lady.
It's like sci-fi. It's like whoa, cool, and then they start having weird dreams about this old lady that looks like Yoda, and this dark Crow, and then they split into factions: the light side, the good side. It's like what the heck? I mean, yeah. Anyways, so it's becoming a movie or TV show.
Looks like a Paramount, so TV show.
No,
I could go either way.
What is it?
It doesn't say. New adaptation.
New adaptation. No,
for
it's
Paramount.
It's a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll add that to my reading list.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying.
Oh, good
to
luck with that. That one, I don't
shake
know.
up the.
I don't know if I'll try that one.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead. You tell me. But it's weird. Talking about reading Stephen King, you read the Life of Chuck.
I did. So it's a novella. It's part of a set of short stories called If It Bleeds. And I didn't read the others because I have a very full reading list right now. But yeah, I read Life of Chuck, and I have to say, like, it's an excellent adaptation. There are differences, but most of them are the kind of things that I feel like they were intelligent choices to make a good movie, right? Because these are completely different ways, or very different ways, of telling stories. So you have a couple characters who are condensed, and a few details, a little bit of backstory that gets changed. The grandpa has a lot more to say in the movie than in the book, but it all makes sense. So yet again, I have to say, Life of Chuck is a really beautiful film. I think it's worth seeing. It's a really well done adaptation. There was also an element of it that really resonated with us as Utahns right now. So in the very beginning of the movie, he sees this billboard and he's like, Chuck Krantz, who the heck is this guy? We've basically had this happen in Utah over the last year or so. This woman, all of a sudden, one morning we wake up and we start driving, and there's billboards all across like all over, up and down I-15, which is like the main interstate that goes through Utah, for Julia Reagan, R.I.P. Julia Reagan. And come to find out, she was the wife of the guy who owns the billboard company. And when she died, he plastered like miles and miles worth of highway, even in the cities, with her photograph.
I think she was a matriarch, right? She wasn't a...
Yeah, but she's his wife.
If she's a matriarch, she's his mom.
No, she's his wife, I promise.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's the patriarch, she's the matriarch. Anyway, he's his wife. So that, he just covered everything with pictures of her so that he could see her wherever he goes. So it's so sweet. And then we finally thought,
he said that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just a gesture.
No.
It's where he can see her. Oh.
Because after a few months of like R.I.P. Julia Reagan, we got a new batch, new photos, new slogans like R.I.P. like forever in our hearts and things like that. So anyway, this is like a very lived experience for us of,
interesting.
Going about your daily lives and be like, who is this person? Why do we have to remember them? Anyway. So,
Anyways,
Life of Chuck, still an awesome movie.
Life of Chuck on theaters,
really should see it.
Still in theaters everywhere. You want to go check. Julia Reagan available on the roads of Utah.
There's even people getting Julia Reagan, like R.I.P. Julia Reagan tattoos.
They have okay.
It's a whole cultural moment. Yeah, you have to be here to get it. Anyway, Aaron Sorkin is working on a Social Network Part 2 for Sony.
Yeah, it's based on the Facebook files by was it Post? I think it was the Post. No, Wall Street Journal. No, by the Wall Street Journal. About how just a little hint of detail on how the Facebook were aware of the influence, the power, what's the word, the influence, synonyms for influence. Let's go.
I don't know, the effect.
The effect.
Okay.
Perfect. The effect of social media on young minds. That crap that brings to kids and young adults. So that's the kickstart of the story.
All right.
See. Not clear if Eisenberg will come back. In the past, he said, "Nah, I'm done." But money. He might be back.
Yeah, something very culturally relevant and topical.
Yeah. To his pocket?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, the movie, too. I feel like that'd be a project worth participating in.
But Zuckerberg is kind of like, liberals kind of don't like him as much as they used to. Yeah,
he's an interesting guy.
We'll see.
Okay. FX is working on a young Frankenstein TV series, or should I say young Frankenstein.
Yeah, Mel Brooks is involved, of course.
Oh, good.
The creators of What We Do in the Shadows, and Taika Waititi was going to be involved too. So we'll see.
Oh, okay, that's a good fit for him.
Yeah.
I feel like I have love-hate with Taika Waititi.
Another Sense and Sensibility was announced with Daisy Edgar Jones for one of the roles.
Okay. I don't remember who that is.
She wasn't. We saw her on Twisters. She's that girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, Glenn Powell. She's the girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
I assumed that
Just
Daisy
to be clear.
was a different person from
Glenn.
I mean,
these days.
But I mean, Glenn has good leading man energy. He could definitely step in as a no. No, as a good leading man. There are men in Sense and Sensibility.
Oh, that's right. They are the sensibility because everybody knows that.
In fact, that was the
men
first
are more
role.
sensible.
That was the first role where I saw Alan Rickman, and he plays like just the most wonderful,
Mr. Darcy.
like loving. No, he plays Colonel Brandon, and he's so good. So then I hear everybody talking about what a great villain he is. Like, this guy, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Turns out he's an amazing actor with great range.
Hans Gruber?
I know, but I didn't see that until I was an adult. I hadn't seen Prince of Thieves. I haven't seen. Yeah,
You didn't see Prince of Thieves yet?
No, I have seen it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying I saw him first as one of these like just really great guys in Sense and Sensibility. Anyways, okay, J.K. Rowling has an update on the HBO series.
Yeah, apparently she's loving it. She says it's like, especially the first episode's like amazing. Okay. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know if that carries a lot of weight because she also was responsible for like the worst of the Newt Scamander movies. So
yeah,
but so that could be good. It could be. We'll What's up with...
Yeah, again, it's money. She made the money, and she's gonna make more money, and of course she's not gonna say, "Oh, this is awful," right?
Yeah.
It had to be really awful, and I'm pretty sure they have legal contingencies to make those creators say, "Don't say it's awful." It's in the contract. If you say it's awful, you're screwed.
Yeah. So my gut reaction is like, "Yeah." Oh no, wait.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Apparently, guys married AI. I don't know what the heck.
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was all over the news. I just put that because I thought you knew and wouldn't have to go into details. So he has a girlfriend and everything. But again, these days, commitments are not as they used to be for a lot of people out there. But he had this AI helping him, and it's an AI, right? So you give the software commands and prompts, and they will do whatever you want. So gave it a voice of a woman, and they start working together, and they start getting closer and closer. I mean, he started getting closer because the AI will do whatever he tells. Getting closer and closer to he wanted to marry her. And it's like
it's not real.
In a very similar plot to her with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson, and it was asked. I think a reporter went to ask the AI, so how did you feel about? It's like, oh, it was the most important moment of my life. I was like, it followed the script that someone in love would fall. So I guess the guy fell for it. In all the meanings of the word, but there was something about how AI auto-deletes itself after so long because it occupies so much space.
Sure.
And she was gone.
Oh.
Oh, you feeling for him? You just said it was not real.
I know, I'm saying it's not real, but like still it sucks for this guy that like first he falls into this whole delusion and then suddenly the delusion is gone. Like my guy's not okay.
Yeah.
There's no way he's okay. Oh man.
Anyways, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, on completely silly and slightly nostalgic news, Capri Sun released a special 15-inch long pouch to celebrate the summer solstice. That's right.
Yeah.
It was a juice pouch like this long. It was like you could only order. There were like very limited quantities on Walmart.com, sold out like right away. And it came with a 64-inch jug of.
Well, a jug,
Capri
I get
Sun.
it. I get it. Yeah, like selling the pouch like for a dose of
very special pouch.
It's kind of
That's
weird.
not how you drink a Capri Sun. You slurp it. It's like that's how you suck on things. You drink out of a straw. What's wrong with you?
I just say it's like I don't know. It's a infantilization of.
Fair enough. I see that. To be fair,
well, the jug I get it because the flavor. Sure, the flavor is nice. Yes. To sell like on the bottom or sell the jug. To sell the pouches, I got it.
But that's part of the experience, and like it's this whole nostalgia thing.
Sure.
I guess. Like being a kid and you're like after soccer practice. No, they didn't say in the article.
It is sold out, right?
Yeah, and it was sold out right away. But
I hope they sold for a good amount of money because it's a scam, right? It's like not a scam. It's like
it's a marketing stunt,
a stunt. Yes, yeah. So, yeah, well.
For sure, but yeah, that happened. Among all those other things. That's all we got this week.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Okay, so that was it. Okay, so that's it for this week. We'll come back next week from our Pop Culture News Entertainment. We're going to see there's a couple of new movies coming. There's the end of Squid Game. You're going to start watching. We're most likely going to finish before our next episode. There's a new Apple Smoke that looks like hot.
Oh, okay.
There's a new show with British guy. What's his bucket?
I don't know. This one's not ringing a bell.
He was Eggy.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're
he was
about.
insane.
Yeah. Is it Edgerton? Taron Egerton?
Taron Egerton.
Yeah.
And there's a Sandman that's coming soon. There's a John Cena movie coming soon. Anyways, we have a lot to see, a lot to talk about. Feel free to stop by and say hi, comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends, talk to strangers walking and say, hey, this podcast, and give to the stranger.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It changed my life.
Even if you live,
it enriches my week.
Yeah, even if you live like in Kuala Lumpur and your neighbors don't speak English, make them watch, listen,
it's a language
subscribe.
learning exercise.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it for this week. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.